Welcome back to the Shigeaki podcast, where age is not the end of health, but the beginning of wisdom. I'm Dr. Mark Hyman. Today's episode comes from a patient I'll never forget. He was 72, fit, sharp, and active. He walked every day, rode his bicycle 5 days a week, ate healthy low salt, low sugar, lots of veggies, never smoked, didn't have diabetes or high blood pressure. But then something strange happened. He started waking up feeling swollen, just a little puffiness around the ankles. He told me he was waking up 2-3 times a night to urinate, and by morning, he felt more tired than before he went to sleep. No pain, no fever, no infection. Just fatigue. Routine blood work revealed something concerning his kidney function was starting to slip, slowly, silently. And that's what many people over 60 still don't understand. Kidney decline doesn't always come from disease. It comes from repetition, small habits, silent stress, especially at night. And with me today is one of the most inspiring minds in longevity, a man who lived over 100 years and practiced medicine well into his late 90s, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara.
Thanks, Mark. In Japan, I met many elders like that. They believed that as long as they didn't eat bad food, they were safe. But the body does not work that way, especially the kidneys. When I was a young doctor, I used to believe that kidney disease came from obvious causes: infection, diabetes, high blood pressure. But over time, I saw something else, a pattern in patients who lived a certain way. They ate too late. They drank too much water at the wrong time. They held their urine because they didn't want to get out of bed. They popped a painkiller and went to sleep. They ate a salty snack and thought, what harm can a few chips do? And decades later, they were sitting in my office with failing kidneys and no explanation.
That's the real danger. Most people don't feel their kidneys failing. They don't see the silent stress they put on these vital organs every single night. But the kidneys are like two wise old librarians, filtering, sorting, cleaning up everything we put in our body. And like any good librarian, they need quiet. They need rest. But what if we're keeping them working all night long?
That is the tragedy, Mark. We do not allow our organs to rest because we think we are resting. Sleep is not just for the mind. It is for the liver, for the heart, and yes, for the kidneys.
So in this episode, we're going to shine a light on those innocent-looking habits you might be doing every night. Habits that are quietly exhausting your kidneys and putting you on a path you never intended. We'll walk you through the 5 nighttime habits silently damaging kidney function, how to spot early warning signs before it's too late, and of course the small effective corrections you can start tonight to protect your kidneys for the long haul.
Remember, it is not fear that makes us change. It is wisdom. Let us listen to the rhythm of the body, not just the noise of the world.
Let's start with something that seems completely innocent, even healthy. Drinking lots of water before bed. You've heard it 1,000 times, right? Stay hydrated. Drink more water. But what no one tells you, especially after 60, is when you drink water matters just as much as how much. A lot of my older patients try to catch up on hydration in the evening. They forget to drink during the day, and then suddenly they're chugging 2 full glasses before going to sleep. And here's what happens. Your kidneys, instead of winding down, go into full processing mode. They're forced to filter balance electrolytes and remove excess fluid all night long. That means more urine production, more bladder pressure, and more middle-of-the-night bathroom trips.
And more bathroom trips mean less deep sleep, which is when the kidneys normally do their healing. In Japan, we call this nighttime flooding. It's when the body should be flowing inward, calming down, repairing, but instead, it's still working, flushing, draining. Many of my patients had no idea their nighttime water habit was exhausting their kidneys. They would say, "But doctor, I thought water was good for me," and I would answer, "Yes, but only if your kidneys can rest while you sleep."
And let's not forget, kidney function naturally declines with age. After 60, your glomerular filtration rate, or GFR, drops steadily. That means your kidneys filter less efficiently even on a good day. If you overload them at night, you're accelerating the wear and tear. And here's the kicker. You might not feel it right away. No pain, no swelling, no alarms. But your blood tests start changing. Your creatinine creeps up. your eGFR creeps down. And by the time symptoms appear, it's already late.
Let me tell you something we do in Japanese clinics. We ask older patients to stop drinking large amounts of water 2 hours before bed. Instead, we teach them to hydrate in the first half of the day. From morning until dinner, drink most of your water. After that, small sips only. That way, the kidneys can process during the day. And truly, rest at night.
So here's a simple rule for everyone listening. Stay hydrated, yes, but don't overhydrate at night. Try drinking 70 to 80% of your daily water intake before 6 p.m. After that, only sip if you're genuinely thirsty, not out of routine. And if you're waking up more than once every night to pee, that's not just aging. That's your kidneys asking for help.
In the end, the best medicine is awareness. The body whispers before it screams. Give your kidneys silence at night, and they will serve you well for many years to come.
Now let me ask you something. Have you ever craved something salty late at night? Just a little handful of chips, roasted peanuts, a bowl of instant noodles. You're not alone. It feels harmless, maybe even comforting. But here's the hidden danger. That midnight snack, if it's salty, may be slowly turning your kidneys into high-pressure filters that can't keep up.
Yes, Mark. In Japan, we call this the silent squeeze. Salt pulls more water into your bloodstream, and that raises blood pressure. When it happens repeatedly, especially before sleep, it damages the delicate capillaries inside your kidneys. We've seen this over and over in older adults who thought they were just indulging in a small snack.
That's such a vivid term, silent squeeze. I remember a patient 68 years old who had great habits, exercised daily, didn't smoke, watched his calories. But he had one weakness: salted grilled chicken at night, usually after a late gym session. We checked his labs. His creatinine levels were creeping up, a sign the kidneys were under pressure.
It's a common story. Even people without high blood pressure can develop early kidney strain just from salt alone. And the problem is, many salty snacks don't even taste very salty. Instant noodles, canned soups, processed meats, even certain crackers, they're loaded with sodium.
And seniors are especially vulnerable. After 60, your kidneys don't bounce back the way they used to. Each night of high salt intake can take a small toll. Over months and years, that adds up to real damage.
So here's what we tell our elders in Japan. If you're hungry at night, go for gentle, kidney-friendly options. Try a few slices of avocado, a warm cup of barley tea, a piece of steamed sweet potato, or one of my favorites, a small bowl of unsalted miso broth with seaweed.
That sounds perfect. And if someone really needs something crunchy or flavorful,
rinse roasted nuts to remove surface salt. Use roasted chickpeas or kale chips, baked with herbs, no added sodium. Even seaweed snacks can be healthy as long as they're unsalted or lightly seasoned.
I love that. And here's a simple tip. Check the sodium content on any late-night snack. If it's more than 200 milligrams per serving, save it for earlier in the day. Your kidneys will thank you.
Yes. Let the nighttime be a time of rest, not repair from dietary damage. Honor your body by ending the day gently.
Now, here's a habit that surprises a lot of people, and honestly, it shocked me the first time I realized how common it was. Holding in your urine at night. You wake up, you feel the urge, but it's cold, you're tired, and your brain says, just 5 more minutes. Before you know it, you've fallen back asleep, and the bladder is still full.
Yes, this is more dangerous than most people imagine. When you hold urine in for too long, especially while lying down, the pressure inside the bladder builds. This can cause urine to flow backwards, something we call vesicoureteral reflux, where the urine travels back toward the kidneys. Now, your kidneys are not designed to receive fluid under pressure. They're delicate. This backflow can inflame them, cause scarring over time, or in worst cases, open the door for kidney infections.
That's a really important point. I've had elderly patients who developed chronic urinary tract infections, and they couldn't figure out why. It wasn't poor hygiene or diet, it was this quiet nightly habit of ignoring the urge to urinate. What happens is that bacteria in the bladder can rise back up into the ureters and kidneys, and in someone over 60, that's dangerous. A simple infection can escalate fast. And you know what else? When you suppress the urge regularly, you retrain your nervous system in the wrong direction.
Exactly. The body learns what you allow. Ignore the signal, and over time, that signal becomes weaker. Eventually, the bladder might not contract fully, and this leads to something we see often in older adults: urinary retention. You think you've emptied your bladder, but there's still urine left behind. That stagnant urine becomes a breeding ground for bacteria, or worse, it stretches the bladder walls and weakens them.
Let's talk solutions, because the good news is this habit can be reversed quickly. First, if you wake up with the urge to pee, just get up and go. Even if it's just a little, your kidneys will thank you, your bladder will stay healthy, and your nervous system will stay in tune with your body's natural rhythm. Second, make it easier for yourself. Use a nightlight so it's not pitch black. Wear warm slippers and a robe nearby. If needed, have a bedside commode for convenience. It's not just about comfort. It's about long-term organ health.
In Japanese care homes, we actually place soft motion sensor lights along the hallway to the bathroom. This gentle encouragement makes it easier and safer for older residents to respond to their body's call. Remember, bladder health is not isolated. It's directly connected to your kidneys, your nervous system, and your sleep.
This one's going to surprise a lot of people, because I've met countless patient, smart, health-conscious folks who take painkillers at night, thinking they're helping themselves sleep better. A sore back, aching joints, maybe an old knee injury. They pop an ibuprofen or naproxen before bed, like it's no big deal. But for your kidneys, that nightly routine is like dropping a tiny bomb over and over again.
Yes, Mark. NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, are very common, but their danger is very silent. In Japan, we used to call them the invisible poison for the aging kidney. Why? Because they reduce blood flow to the kidneys. They constrict the tiny arteries that bring oxygen and nutrients. So if your kidneys are already tired from age, dehydration, or blood pressure, these pills make things worse.
And here's the thing. Most people don't feel the damage happening. There's no immediate pain. But over time, that slow reduction in blood flow causes what's called ischemic nephropathy. Kidney tissue starts dying off, and it creeps up quietly. I remember a patient 67 years old, very active former marathon runner. He had joint pain from old injuries, so he took naproxen almost every night to fall asleep. He thought it was harmless. But his creatinine slowly climbed, and by the time he noticed swelling in his ankles, it was too late to reverse.
That story is not rare. Even in our centenarian clinics in Tokyo, we saw many seniors who believed they had normal aging kidneys. But when we traced back their habits, many had taken painkillers at night for years.
So, what can we do instead?
First, look at natural anti-inflammatories. Turmeric with a pinch of black pepper taken with warm water or in soup is very effective for joint pain. Ginger tea before bed can soothe both pain and digestion. Even a warm compress or gentle stretching can help. I often recommend Japanese yomogi-yu, a herbal foot soak to relax the body and reduce pain.
And on the nutritional side, make sure your dinner contains magnesium-rich foods like spinach, pumpkin seeds, or dark chocolate. Magnesium helps relax muscles and calms the nervous system. Also, omega-3s from fish like salmon or sardines reduce chronic inflammation in the long run.
Yes, and importantly, if pain is chronic, don't self-medicate for months. Talk to your doctor. Ask for a kidney-safe option. There are topical creams, low-dose alternatives, even lifestyle therapies that can make a big difference.
So, remember your kidneys work quietly while you sleep. Don't burden them with something they didn't ask for.
Pain is real, but harming your kidneys doesn't have to be part of the solution. Choose wisdom, choose gentleness, and your body will thank you night after night.
Now this one might feel innocent, even comforting. And you think I'll just have a little sweet before bed, a banana, maybe some cookies, a warm glass of milk with honey. But here's the truth. Going to bed with high blood sugar is like sending your kidneys into battle while you sleep.
In Japan, we call it the sugar shadow. It's quiet, it feels harmless, but it stretches across the night. And for people over 60, that shadow gets darker. When blood sugar is high overnight, your kidneys work overtime to push the glucose out. That increases the pressure inside the nephrons, the microscopic filters. Over time, the walls of those filters weaken and proteins start to leak out into the urine. We call this proteinuria. And it's often the first sign that kidney function is slipping.
What's tricky is most people don't feel it. They might just notice they're waking up more tired, or that their ankles are puffier in the morning. But inside, those sugar spikes are doing real damage. And it's not just desserts, even sweet fruits like grapes dates or overripe bananas at night can trigger this if the timing is wrong.
Yes, in Japan, our elders are taught night is not the time to feed the fire. The digestive fire slows. Insulin sensitivity decreases. So if you eat sweets late, the sugar lingers in your blood far longer than it would in the daytime.
So, what's the better way? Exactly.
If you feel hungry before bed, choose something that stabilizes blood sugar, not spikes it. A small bowl of unsweetened Greek yogurt with chia seeds, half an avocado with a pinch of sea salt, or a slice of whole grain toast with almond butter and a sprinkle of cinnamon.
Protein plus healthy fat. Yasperiers, a steady fuel. It helps you feel satisfied without triggering insulin or putting pressure on your kidneys.
And one more tip, drink a warm cup of cinnamon tea before bed. It helps improve insulin sensitivity and supports blood sugar balance through the night.
Beautiful. So, don't go to bed with sugar in your veins. Go to bed nourished, steady, and kind to your kidneys. So, what have we really been talking about today? Not just kidneys, not just late-night habits, but the quiet ways we either nourish or neglect our bodies night after night.
Yes. Many of my patients over the years asked me, "Sensei, why did my kidneys fail? I ate well, I exercised," but they didn't realize that going to bed with painkillers or ignoring thirst or holding urine because of laziness, those little things added up.
Because kidney damage rarely happens in one night. It's not a storm. It's a slow, silent leak drop by drop. A little salt too late. A little sugar too often. Too much water. Or too little.
And yet the good news is this: just as habits can harm, habits can also heal. You can reverse the pattern. You can give your kidneys rest. You can wake up feeling lighter, clearer, stronger.
So, let's make this personal. Tonight, choose one thing. Just one. Maybe it's skipping that salty snack. Maybe it's setting out your slippers so you're not afraid to get up and pee. Or maybe it's trading your pain pills for a turmeric tea. You've been listening to the Shigeaki podcast, where small changes lead to lasting health. If this episode helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. Share it with someone you care about, because protecting our kidneys starts with the habits we build tonight.